You're listening to another episode of Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon.
Welcome, Nightshifters. This is episode 136 of Last Night's Coffee with Chuck and Jon. I'm Chuck. That's John Burrito. And he's going to be eating this wonderful burrito while we're on air. And hopefully he'll smack in the microphone. And if you're listening on the app instead of watching on YouTube, it's an enormous burrito from Willie's. And it's probably got everything on it. What all's it got on it, John?
Everything.
Oh, he's chewing. He's chewing. Hold on. As he continues to chew this.
It's got Fritos.
Fritos.
It's got pinto beans. It's got rice. It's got adobe chicken. Plenty of cheese. There is some pico in there.
Oh,
there. I mean, you name it. You know, it's in there.
Pico.
Yeah.
Why do we call pico pico and not salsa? Because, I mean, it's the same ingredients as salsa.
It is. It's way less runny, though. So salsa is supposed to be it's supposed to have some juice to it.
Yeah.
Pico is supposed to be just the fruit.
I understand this. But how do we make pico not juicy? And salsa is juicy.
I think you're supposed to mash the tomatoes a little bit for salsa. You're supposed to blend it up.
Oh, okay. I always wanted to grow my own salsa garden.
You should.
Well, I tried, but then I realized that I'm not like the garden efficient. I mean, I can grow a garden and I can make it happen, but it's weird. I forget about it.
You forget about the garden?
Yeah. Like last year, we had this awesome garden, but we forgot about it.
Oh yeah, last year you had some really good tomatoes going, didn't you?
Yeah.
Wasn't that last year?
It was last year. And
I never do good with tomatoes for some reason.
Oh, tomatoes are easy. You just gotta.
I ain't got the touch for them. What I do have the touch for are cucumbers, squash, zucchini, all of that stuff. Now that's really easy to grow.
Zucchini is the easiest to grow.
It's amazing. It's so easy.
You could put a little zucchini seed in a hole and come back in a week, and there's a plant with a zucchini
huge
on it.
Yeah, with a big old yellow flower.
Yeah. So where did that come from?
Yeah.
Yesterday it was nothing. Today it is I would like to watch it grow.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the hybrid zucchinis I had?
I think you did. I don't think you told our listeners though.
Oh. So, I do a garden every year and generally I will do zucchini and squash and things like that. And the previous year I had just kind of left some squash and zucchini on the vine. You know what I mean? Right. Just kind of left them there. They weren't good to harvest. They were not good fruit. So I just kind of left them there. So the seeds just deposited where they were at. And so the following year, without planting any, I just start getting all of these hybrid, awkward cross between a zucchini and a squash plant that it was not good for eating, but it was really interesting. And I didn't have to do anything to it. It just grew on its own. I did no watering. I did no planting. I did no nothing.
Did it look cool?
Yeah, it looked cool. I mean, it was orange and green. They would be half and half, and it had a rubbery kind of texture to the flesh almost. So that like I said, it wasn't really good eating. It wasn't really good for food, but it was cool to just happen.
Now, do you have you ever filleted a zucchini and put it on the grill?
Yeah, of course, man. Of course.
That's one of the best ways to eat it.
Yes, sir.
I will eat zucchini out of my garden, but I cannot stand it out of the store.
Why?
It loses something. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the mass production of the zucchini. Or what, but it just don't taste as good as my zucchini. I'm a zucchini snob.
That's interesting. I've never encountered that. I don't mind eating it either way.
I just like it, like the little farmer's market in Griffin. I'll eat
Mm-hmm.
that. It's okay. It's not my zucchini, but yeah, like from Kroger, their zucchini's nasty to me.
Yeah.
It don't even look like my zucchini.
No, it's different. It looks very, very different.
Yeah, it's not like if you put my zucchini and that zucchini in front of an alien and said pick the one that looks the best, they
Mm-hmm.
would probably pick my zucchini.
Mm-hmm.
So
Isn't it interesting too how early they harvest them at the grocery store? Like you get the smallest zucchinis at the grocery store.
yeah, they're not filletable.
Uh-uh. You get the smallest ones at the grocery store.
I like those vine ripened zucchinis.
Yeah, they're good,
Is that a
man.
thing?
It's different. It's different. It hits different.
It does hit different, dude. I had a interesting weekend. I feel like I have hit my mid 40s and I've embraced it.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday night we went to Captain D's with the old people,
Mm-hmm.
but they wasn't that old.
Captain D's was your dinner?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and dude,
Did you
I
order
feel
hush
like
puppies?
yeah. So let me tell you, I feel like I've reached a point in my life where I can go into Captain D's and I'm a baller. I don't even at Captain D's. I don't have to look at the price. I can just look at the picture and say, that looks good. Give that to me. I don't have to have a coupon.
Dude, that is so funny. That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
Dude, I'm telling you, I can go into a great little seafood place and I am the king of it.
So you feel like, you've kind of gotten to a sweet spot in life.
I
When you
don't have
can
to
walk into a Captain D's and not even look at the price of a menu.
I don't have to choose between between fish and shrimp anymore. I can say, give me the fish and the shrimp. Platter. Platter, not the basket. I can get the platter. So I get two sides.
Let's be real. My man, he's getting the platter.
Look, let me tell you, I used to go there for lunch when I went to Griffin Tech, which is now Southern Crescent. I'm showing my age. When we would go there, I would have to be like, okay, I got $5. What can I get?
Mm-hmm.
And then, but I had more money than one of the other guys that was there with me because he'd be like, give me some crunchies and a water. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, he's getting like nothing.
Yeah, he's getting crunchies and water. I'm like, dude, what are you gonna do? He goes, I'm gonna put some ketchup and malt vinegar in the crunchies, and I'm good to go.
Oh my gosh.
And they gave him a tray, the best looking tray of crunchies you'd ever seen. Like it was a
No, so they
thing.
took good care of him still.
Yeah, it was a thing. Like people go up there and get crunchies and water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can order extra crunchies.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't frequent Captain D's at all. I
Oh,
steer clear of any fast food seafood.
dude, look, think about it like this. If you're gonna go get fried fish, just not like going specifically for a catfish or grouper or something like that. So you're just going to go to a seafood restaurant and order the fried fish.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that much different than going to Captain D's and just ordering fried fish.
Mm. Yeah, still don't like it.
Okay.
It's the whole idea of fast food, seafood. Like to me, those two shouldn't equate. They shouldn't be together.
I think all seafood should be fast food
Why?
because all right, so, pizza Well, you know the deal with pizza. Pizza is the cheapest thing to manufacture
Yeah, for sure.
as far as restaurants go.
Aside from like breakfast foods, yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Fish is probably one of the quickest to cook.
Probably, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So really, when you go to a place, especially like a fried catfish restaurant, there's
Hmm.
no reason it should take 30 minutes from the time that you order your food to the time that that food hits your plate. I've cooked a lot of catfish. I know how long it takes to cook a basket of
No,
catfish fillets.
I agree. I agree. It's the preparation of it. I think
Oh, dude, they're just taking it out
it's
of the
the
freezer and throw it.
preparation. But I know, and I know. Trust me, I know from working at a restaurant that fryer will clean off anything.
Yes,
Once that fish is in that fryer, it's going to clean off anything.
everything.
But
It's done. It's sanitary.
at the same time, like it's the handling and the preparation, like
Hmm.
that gets me. You know what I mean? When I think about the way that fast food restaurants handle things, store things, prepare things, I don't think that goes along with the methods that you
Okay.
need for good seafood.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're right. You're totally
Hmm.
right.
Hmm.
Um, but then we went to Hobby Lobby.
Oh, so
Yeah.
Captain D's and Hobby Lobby. That was the
Yeah,
old folks'
man.
night out.
I mean,
That's
and then
your
just,
idea of a night out on the town now.
I guess so. I was very satisfied with it when I got home.
You were so happy with it.
I was. I come home, we watched TV for a little while. Mary Beth went to bed. I went downstairs and I was supposed to be doing some. Well, no, I did do. I had done some sign work with Charlie on some things he wanted to do, and then he
Hmm.
went to bed. So I'm like, you know what? I can get on iRacing. So I sat there on the computer racing on iRacing until about 1 o'clock in the morning.
You didn't keep Charlie up?
No, I didn't have it turned up as loud as he turns it up.
Ah, I see.
Dude,
How do
he
you like
turns
that
it.
iRacing?
Oh, it's fun. I got to get you over here on it one day.
Yeah.
It can be. Dude, I got one. I was doing good. I'm like, man, you got to feel good, racing good, driving good. And then I'm like, oh, I can one handed. I'm smoother. Come
Hmm.
out of turn 3, 4, turn out of 4, and just loop around. And I'm like, well, so too much throttle.
You love racing.
I love racing. We were supposed to practice this weekend, but it got rained out.
Ah, yeah, it's been some definitely some rain off and on.
Yeah.
Um, you love racing so much. Who is your favorite racer right now? Who's your favorite guy on the track right now?
Oh, like what level?
Anywhere.
Um, I really like. Oh, jeez. Well,
Doesn't have to be
I had
anybody.
to
Okay, not just anybody.
I had to break it down. One of my favorites right now is Ashton Winger.
Ashton Winger.
Yeah,
Okay. All right.
he's
What?
he I don't well for one he's out of this area. Um,
Hmm.
what's funny is when you watch him race on Flow. One
Hmm.
night they'll have his hometown listed as Sonoa, and the next night they'll have his hometown listed as Hampton.
Oh, interesting.
Some nights they will announce him as the Hampton, Georgia driver, and then when his name's up there, while they're doing the driver lineup,
Hmm.
it'll say Sonoa, Georgia under it.
They can't get it straight.
So it's like me and Charlie's got a joke. I wonder where Ashton's from tonight. And
So, I got a question for you then. Ashton Winger, what's like one of the biggest races he could win that he would race in right now?
let's see, he's still so he's running super late models. He's committed to the Hunt the Front series, so it would be one of their big races. Like he raced, I mean, he could go run the World or the Dream up at Eldora, but I
Okay.
don't know if they're at that, you know, level
I
yet,
got
but he
maybe the analogy here. Let me try. You're a Chase Elliott fan. Let's try this analogy.
well
You're a Chase
sometimes.
Elliott fan.
Sometimes
Sometimes. Who's your favorite NASCAR driver?
Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch.
Yeah.
Okay. What would you give an extremity to watch Kyle Busch win like Talladega or Daytona or something like that? Would you give up an extremity?
No, I have a very I'm very big on self-preservation.
Yeah, yeah. So you wouldn't give up like a finger. You wouldn't give up like a digit or a toe or something like that.
No, if you want a toe, I can get you a toe.
You know where to get a toe?
I know where to get a toe, but no, I wouldn't give up a digit.
What would like? Is there anything on your body you'd be willing to give up to watch your favorite athlete win at something?
I might would shave my head.
Just your hair. Your hair is all you'd be willing to give up.
Yeah, that's all I'm willing to give up because it'll grow back.
Yeah.
I'm not like
Dude,
Patrick Starr over here.
I think I'd probably give up like a molar or something like that to go watch like the Falcons win a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. I'd give up a molar, one of them grinders in the back,
Yeah.
not a front tooth, not a canine, nothing like that. But I give up.
Okay. But you'd give a tooth.
I'd give a tooth for sure. I don't know if I'd give a digit, dude.
Dude, I know people would give a tooth just for the heck of it.
But I'm trying. Okay, so the reason why I'm asking is there are these Chiefs fans, and they had a playoff game against the Dolphins. It was -4 in Kansas City.
That's too.
That
cool.
was the temperature at the game. And the hospital in Kansas City recently came out and said that they have had a number of amputations from that cold streak, and several of them were from the game.
Is it hard to hold your beer with a glove on?
I hope not.
Look, I got
I
a
hope
question.
not. Okay.
I saw this on the notes and it got me thinking.
Uh-huh.
Why doesn't Kansas City have a dome?
Right. I've wondered the same thing about Lambeau Field. Like at some point.
No.
Oh, you can't mess with that one.
You cannot mess with the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
Oh, so you're just saying Arrowhead Stadium doesn't carry as much weight traditionally for you.
I don't think so. I mean,
Okay.
at this point, why? Okay, maybe the question ought to be better. Other than that, is why does Atlanta need a dome?
It's a legit question.
Yeah, I mean, you got these places. It's like, oh, it's too cold in Georgia to go watch a football game because it might be in the 30s one night.
I think it's more for rain and stuff like that here.
Dude,
Like I think it's more for the I know they play football through the rain, but I think it's because they wanted their players to not have to play in the rain.
I don't know. I think it's a bunch of horse hockey if you ask me. I mean, it's cool that we have a dome. It's cool. It's a cool building.
It is a really cool.
Don't get me wrong on that, but like,
yeah,
us needing a dome versus them needing a dome.
Yeah.
And look, we've got our dome. We've had 2 domes. We still ain't got our Super Bowl win. Because what happens every time in the playoffs, we go play a non-dome team at home because our record wasn't good enough to go have home field advantage, and it's snowing or cold or rainy or something, and they get the daylight stomped out of them.
That happens. Yeah.
So
yeah, that's a pretty common theme for Atlanta.
You'd give them Moeller. We've got a new quarterback.
Got a new quarterback, Kirk Cousins. Yeah, brought him in. Traded off Desmond Ridder. So we'll see what happens, man. I'm excited. I'm excited as I can be.
I mean, it's hard to get excited in Georgia.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. They got to get like the ball rolling for me to like, you know what I mean? Like that wagon's got to get a rolling and I'll jump on it. You know what I mean?
Are you a bandwagon fan? But you're not. See, that's the weird thing is The bandwagon fans, they're excited because we got Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
They are
No.
like very excited. The regular fans are like, they're going to screw this up too.
Right. So that's the thing. I want to see the team get it rolling, not just the lip service. Like those bandwagon fans are just joining the band. See what I'm saying? The team's not actually rolling.
Yeah.
I want to see the.
Do you plan on watching any spring football?
I mean,
We've
sure.
We've got that XFL or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So they got 2 divisions now.
Okay.
Because, they combined the 2 spring leagues or whatever it was.
Yep.
So now they're going to have like a real playoff or something. I saw a commercial during the race.
Interesting. And is The Rock still like heading that whole thing?
The Rock has been awfully quiet since all the stuff with Vince McMahon started coming out a few weeks ago. You notice that?
Well, I was curious when all of those accusations came out and the lawsuit and everything. I was curious if he didn't catch wind of this beforehand, and that's why he got rid of the XFL. And I know there was all kinds of reports about financial hardships. I understand that. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying, did he dump things? Was he trying to rearrange things to get prepared for this?
He might have been. Now, do you remember when Hulkster got in trouble with Bubba Love Sponge's wife?
Yeah.
Okay. We all thought that was like crazy that he was saying what he was saying in the video.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Dude, from what he did was pretty mild compared to, I'm saying both of them's pretty messed up. Strange times, John. Strange times.
Strange times.
Oh, man, we got to get on the notes here.
Yeah, we really do. I tried to work them in by starting.
Yeah, we got the Chiefs thing. So Palm Sunday's coming up.
Palm Sunday is coming up. It's this Sunday, man.
It is this Sunday.
Tell the folks about this because we've mentioned it before, but let's go ahead and hit it again. I love this idea.
I've been waiting since last Palm Sunday to do this.
Okay.
Palm Sunday, if you don't know, if you're not part of the Christian religion, is the beginning of Holy Week. It is when Jesus had his triumphal entry into Jerusalem. Jerusalem, right?
Yes.
And then they lay palm branches down. That's why we call it
right.
Palm Sunday. Mm-hmm. He was the hero that week. He was the zero the next week. And then
correct. Literally.
Like he went from hero to zero. It's like Kirk Cousins coming into Atlanta after the first week of football. So I got to thinking last Palm Sunday, I'm like, why did I not wear my Hawaiian shirt?
Yeah.
It's got palm leaves on it.
Yep.
So I think every man or woman, depending on, how you feel about it, should wear a Hawaiian t-shirt or a Hawaiian shirt on Palm Sunday.
I think it's a brilliant idea. It's one of the best ideas I've ever heard.
I washed it so it's nice and fresh, and now it's drying, hanging up. It is the Magnum one.
Oh, good. Dude, there is no better Sunday to wear a Hawaiian shirt.
I see people, from time to time wearing Hawaiian shirts to church. Sure. So it's not like, oh, you shouldn't wear a Hawaiian shirt.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to wear one, what better day to wear it than Palm Sunday?
There isn't one.
There is not one at all.
I know. It's such a good idea, man. I wish I had come up with that idea.
Yeah, so I'm pushing for that. It could be a national holiday eventually. Look, man, we got days for everything else. This is National Take Your Dog to Work Day. This is National Pet Your Dog Day. This is National Ride Your Bike Day. This is National Don't Smoke Day. This is National Shoot a Deer Day. This is National blah, 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 blah.
You want a National Wear Your Hawaiian Shirt Day to be the same as Palm Sunday.
Yes. So it will float similar to, Easter because they have to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I think.
But it's also kind of like a signaling of the times, because normally it's warming back up,
Yes.
right? So like it kind of forces people to, hey, let's break out of this winter weather,
Right.
winter thinking we've been in, let's get out. Let's get out and enjoy it. Remember,
Yeah. I feel bad because last week we forgot to tell everybody something.
What did we forget?
We forgot to warn them about the Ides of March.
That's true. I think about that all the time.
Um,
I think about the
Yeah.
Ides of March more than I should.
Right,
Way more than I should.
right. I mean, I didn't tell anybody to beware, and I feel bad about it because
Me too.
somebody could have gotten hurt.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
was
They
not
could have.
aware of the Ides of March.
I think about the Ides of March way more than I should, and I didn't warn anybody. I feel really bad about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've actually had people warn me before, so nobody warned me this year.
Nobody warned you?
Nobody warned me.
Nobody warned you.
Nobody warned me either. So yeah, we all failed each other. We all failed each
Man,
other.
we let each other down. We also
Moving
didn't talk
right
about
on.
St. Patty's Day. That was yesterday, though.
Yeah, it's weird when it's on Sunday, right?
It is kind of weird. We talked about it a lot last year, I think, on the
Yeah.
show. And we kind of got into a little bit of the history of and all that of St. Patty's Day. So I didn't really care to cover it that much this year.
Yeah. Paul he was texting me last night watching Boondock Saints.
That's a good way to celebrate.
Yeah. After they shot the cat, I didn't hear anything outside of him.
That's such a good part of it.
Best unexpected movie scenes that you will ever see.
That's so funny.
Another
They
one.
all hit the ground.
Yeah, and the cat's gone.
Gone, dude.
Another unexpected movie scene is in Big Lebowski. I know we talk about that a lot. Is
Yep.
when they go to find this teenager that stole something. What did he steal? He stole the money.
The briefcase, yeah.
Yeah. The teenager's dad is in an iron lung.
That's right. Such an unexpected and random part of the movie.
Yeah. And
I know you saw that story about the guy dying this past week.
Yeah, he passed away. He was he'd been in that thing for like 70 years, dude.
Well, he was 78, and I think he was like a young teenager when they put him in it. So yeah,
young teenager. Okay.
Yeah, he may have been 10.
Dude,
I don't know.
He's been in that thing for a long time.
A long time. He's been in the iron lung the whole time. So I've been wondering why. Like, do we not have something where he could have got out of the iron lung?
I don't know.
Don't you think we would have had the
means?
Technology by now?
I mean, he was the last one in an iron lung.
Yes, he is the last man. His name was Paul Alexander. He was 78 years old. Yeah.
Dude, he wrote a book.
Yeah, he wrote a book. He taught himself how to paint with his mouth.
Yeah.
And how to type with his mouth, like everything. The dude is amazing.
Yeah.
He had positive spirits all the time, according to his brother. Like, what? How do you have a positive spirit when you literally have been paralyzed from the neck down since you could remember?
Paralyzed. He could get out for a brief period.
No, I thought they said he was paralyzed.
They said he could get out and go to the bathroom.
Oh, I don't know. He might be able to get out. They might be able to remove his body from the iron lung, but I'm pretty sure he was paralyzed.
Well, that's who paid for that?
You think his insurance has been paying for it for 60 something years?
Did they have health insurance like that 60 years ago?
I don't think so.
No, his parents probably like, here's your iron lung. Peace out.
You think it was a one-time purchase?
Yeah, but what was the maintenance on that thing like?
I don't even know.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
oh. It's just I just wanted to bring it up. I wanted to talk about this because it really shows just how far a strong will can take you. You know, it really shows that having a positive attitude really is in your head. It's not a matter of your circumstances. It's a matter of your mind.
Yeah, and hey, to us that don't look normal, but that was
Mhm.
his normal.
That
So
was his normal. Yeah.
when you embrace your normal, I guess you're good with it.
I guess so. I guess so. I mean, kudos to him, dude. You know, being able to keep a smile on his face for so long, and stay alive in this thing for so long. Type the novel. I'm kind of interested to read his book. I'm not
I
gonna
wonder if
lie.
it's I wonder if it's on Audible. If it
I
is on
wonder.
Audible, look, if it is on Audible and he read it,
Yeah.
would you hear
All in the background. It sounds like Darth Vader's reading.
Luke, I've been in an iron lung. See, why couldn't they give him a Darth Vader suit? I mean, are you telling me we don't have Darth Vader suit technology?
That's what dude.
I mean, now,
No, we definitely do.
right.
We definitely do.
So,
He should have been able to move around. I think it's wrong. I think the medical establishment kept him in that iron lung on purpose.
you think so?
Yeah. Was FDR ever in an iron lung?
No, I don't think so. I don't. I don't think so. He just had bad legs.
He had polio though, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And that's
yeah,
why you would go into the iron lung, right?
yeah. Depending on what the polio attacked.
I see. I see.
Yeah, it can attack different things.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Speaking of presidents, dude, I've got to bring this up because I found out the coolest thing today.
okay.
Um, Catherine's grandfather, Grandpa Paul, who
Grandpa
we've
Paul.
talked about several times on the show. He was on Experience the People. Very fascinating individual. He's 90 years old. He has had a sit-down conversation over a cup of coffee with Ross Perot.
Did they talk about what he talked about?
Well, so this was way before Ross Perot's political career.
Right.
He was on the board of directors at General Motors at the time, or Buick, I guess, Buick. And so, while on the board of directors, Ross Perot was not a yes man. He would,
Ross Perot, not a yes man. Who would have
yeah,
thought?
he would speak his mind. And the general manager of General Motors did not like that. So he wound up paying Ross Perot $700 million to leave the board of directors, so that he didn't have to deal with Ross Perot's personality.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what kickstarted Ross Perot's political career. But I always found that I found that very fascinating. But what Catherine's grandfather spoke to him about was some sort of jagged piece on the armrest of like a 1984 Buick LeSabre or some nonsense. He was like, this piece of plastic on this armrest is not right. We need to correct this. And Ross Perot just heard every bit of it and was like, yeah, you're right. I think you're right. And 3 years later, by God, that piece was changed on the armrest.
Well, that's amazing.
And great grandpa had nothing to do with armrests. His position at General Motors was on the computer side, like the very first computer programming type situation. So,
well, that's
just wanted to bring that up. I thought it was very fascinating. Ross Perot is one of my political idols.
Are you a Ross Perot? Are you a Ross Perot groupie?
I am.
Is Ross Perot still alive?
No, I don't.
Oh,
well,
he died on.
I should know, right? If I'm
okay. You know who is still alive?
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy freaking Carter, man.
I told you, dude. He's going for 2025, man.
He beat out the dude in the iron lung.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Oh, Lord.
People on TikTok are freaking out about eclipse.
Talk about end times.
There's even a preacher. I saw a preacher preaching about it the other day.
I know. I went to church this past Sunday. He preached about it.
About the eclipse?
No, about the end times.
Oh no, this one was because of the eclipse is the end time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've seen those too. But no,
It was a
the pastor
sign
this
and
weekend, he didn't say all of that, but he was talking about end times. I hate that. That's one of my least favorite messages to hear about.
we've been in the end time since Easter Sunday 33 AD.
Bingo. That's what I gather every single time. And all these pastors that go up there and they're like, we're in the ladder of the last days. And I'm like, the ladder of the last days? Listen to yourselves.
Do you ever feel like that there's some preachers that have to preach on like it's a wheel, all right, and they're just preaching the same sermon?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get, Easter, you're going to preach Easter, and Christmas, you're going to preach Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay, but like you just go through the same wheel every year.
Yeah, it starts to feel like that, right?
Yeah.
Some of them for sure. Some of them for
Some
sure.
of them don't. Ours don't. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
Travis, if you're listening, what's up? You did good this week.
Well, this is actually break time, but
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. All right. I thought we were back.
well, we can be. Hey, let's talk about Footloose, man. I found out.
Footloose.
Right, amazing. Everybody knows the movie Footloose. I found out this past weekend that Footloose is loosely based on a true story.
About Griffin?
No. It's loosely based on the town of Elmore City, Oklahoma.
No, say it ain't so.
Yes. And in 1898, the town, when it was founded, it banned dancing. And it said that the beat of the music and the curvature of people and the outward expression of dancing did not align with their biblical beliefs.
What did the Pentecostals do?
I don't know. They probably just didn't go. They were probably outlawed from Elmore City.
They're like, well, we'll just go over here to Dallas.
Yeah. Tulsa.
Yeah.
We just walk on over to Tulsa. But yeah, it's a pretty fascinating thing to think that, I mean, well, but we learned about the Duggars not that long ago, and they don't believe in drumming. They think drumming is of Satan.
Well,
so is it that weird? I don't know.
But what about the little drummer boy? Ba-rum-pa-bum-bum?
What about the little drummer boy?
He played a song for him. Ba-rum-pa-bum-bum. On his drum. Ba-rum-pa-bum-bum.
Well, I guess they would say the little drummer boy is of Satan then. That's what the Duggars would say.
Okay. I'm not going to use the Duggars are not going to be my spiritual advisors, man.
No, mine either.
But getting back to Footloose.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
The true story of Footloose. What do you think, man? Would you break the laws?
Well, let me poke some plot holes in this.
Okay.
What year did you say that it happened?
So the town outlawed it since its founding in 1898. Dancing had been outlawed in this town of Elmore City, Oklahoma, since its founding.
Okay, for one, in 1888, we didn't have cars, so the pastor's daughter couldn't die in a car crash.
What?
Ain't that why it was outlawed?
Yeah,
In
something
Footloose?
like that. Yeah.
Okay. But did you know that Footloose is just a prequel for Tremors?
Is there fan theory on this?
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Does his dancing summon the worms?
Yes, that is the fan theory that the dancing summoned the worms, and that's why they didn't have dancing.
Stop it! Stop it! There's like some kind of
Yes.
he's doing like
Yes.
some kind of ritualistic Native American dancing out there in Utah or wherever it is.
The
And
worms.
oh my gosh!
Yep.
Imagine,
Imagine, if you will, a world where dancing.
I love Kevin Bacon.
Dude, Kevin Bacon is an American treasure.
Yeah,
They say everyone's separated in Hollywood 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. I think
That's
we've
right.
covered that before.
we have.
I could be. Because I have a friend that's an actor. Yeah.
So you think you could be within
could.
6 degrees of
I think I
separation?
could. I'll have to ask. I'm going to try to get him on the show.
And try to figure out how many degrees of separation you have from Kevin Bacon?
Yes.
Do you know someone who knows someone who knows someone who has Kevin Bacon's number?
Yeah.
You do?
We
Great.
ain't got to call him or anything. But,
Right.
I'm going to try to get him on the show. I'm not going to promise anything because, we forget. Our planning is horrible. But I'm going to try to get him. Maybe he might even be listening to the show. And if he is, he knows who he is.
There you
And
go.
he'll probably hit me up.
There you go.
But, he does. But anyway, because he was posting about this new show that he's in that's coming out on Apple TV called Manhunt 1865.
Oh, really?
It's about John Wilkes Booth.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What about him?
The
Like-
Manhunt for him, dude.
Like leading up to, like what caused this? What caused him to
from
do it?
what I watched in the trailer, it's like it starts out with him shooting the president.
Oh, that's where it starts.
I think so. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have Apple. I got a free subscription.
He
Yeah,
ain't got much.
probably.
He ain't got long for this world after shooting.
Right, but you can make a miniseries out of it.
Probably. Didn't he break both of his legs or something when he jumped from the balcony?
Supposedly.
But then he got up and ran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does a guy with 2 broken legs get away in a theater? There's too many plot holes to the government story on this, but we're not going. But anyway, I'm going to try to get him on the show and figure out if I'm 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon, then you
Yeah.
are 7. But you will meet him, and if on the show, so then you will be 60. You might already be who? Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman.
He's within 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Dude,
Oh.
you're already there.
They've probably done a movie together.
You're already there.
I'm 2 degrees.
Let's look that up. Keep talking.
I've got to be within 2 degrees of separation because, I mean, the more I think about it, they had to have at least been. They
Corey
both did a
Feldman.
movie with Rob Lowe, at least.
Corey
Feldman is one of my he's one of my longtime heroes. I got to meet him a long time ago.
Kevin Bacon.
I will always respect him for his role in
Okay.
The Goonies.
Yeah. All right. Corey Feldman was in The Goonies with Sean Austin. Sean Austin was in Whitewater Summer with Kevin Bacon.
Boom. Boom.
You're within 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Oh, I'm like 4.
Dude, I'm within 6. Now we even got to get Tim on the show.
We don't even have to. That's so weird. Why is everybody within such a close separation of Kevin Bacon?
Because he's been in so many movies.
Because he's the best, right?
Right. So you're already there. You're already there.
Okay.
Take a look around.
Do we send Tom Cruise to meet the aliens or Kevin Bacon?
Both.
Both
I
together?
think they both need to go because Kevin
Tom
Bacon
Cruise
can
doesn't share the
represent,
spotlight, brother.
huh?
Tom
But
Cruise don't share the spotlight.
somebody's got to represent the common man.
That's got to be Kevin.
Look, Tom Cruise is already an alien.
So Tom Cruise goes to represent the elites, and Kevin Bacon goes to represent the common man. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
This is what our rich people are like.
See, he has aged.
Yeah,
He has.
he has. He's normal human. He's not normal human.
Oh man.
Oh,
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
yeah, for sure, man. What else is on the notes this week, man? What else do we need to talk about?
Let's talk about the Gaza aid packages falling on people.
Oh, good grief,
We got to
man.
get
This was
deep into this.
terrifying. No, we're not going to get deep with this, but
Yeah.
if you haven't seen the footage of the aid packages being dropped
It's not funny
in
'cause
Gaza, you need to go on YouTube and just see the speed. You don't have to watch the footage of them hitting the ground or anything like that, okay? But just see the speed at which these things are traveling from the airplane to the ground.
Yes. And somebody said, well, why didn't they hear them? That's not how paratroopers work, man.
Nah.
They are silent and deadly.
These things are hauling butt. So, unfortunately, we are making light of the situation, but we will go ahead and say 5 people reportedly lost their lives by being hit by these aid packages.
Yes. That's
so
sad. Now,
that's sad. That's not funny, but it
After-
is.
like 3 people, don't you think the other 2 should have been looking up by then?
Or getting indoors or something.
I've been like, oh.
And if you look, some of the footage, like they look like it's almost blackening the sky. There's so many of them.
Yeah.
Like there's so many. I can't even see the sunlight in some of those videos.
Maybe this is a part of warfare. This is like, so you got nuclear warfare on one end, and you've got aid package warfare on the other end, where we just drop aid packages on and just, we're not going for big targets or specific targets, but we are putting a dent in things.
Someone heard "kill him with kindness" and took it literally.
They killed him with kindness, John. They killed him with kindness.
Oh,
are you ready for the conspiracy?
I am, man. What kind of conspiracy you got for me this week?
Okay, so my mom, she has a doctor that she goes to.
Okay.
That's into all the, I think she's kind of in the Q conspiracies.
Like the QAnon type stuff?
She might be a member.
So she's one of those homeopathic doctors then?
Tendencies.
Okay.
Got those tendencies.
Yeah,
and,
with an MD behind the name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Allergy doctors.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it helps mom. She don't have allergies as bad. But anyway, dude,
Right.
it's allergy season, and it's the only time of year you can wake up feeling hungover and not have drank the night before.
That's so true, dude.
Dude, I woke up this morning, I'm like, why do I feel like this?
My head hurts so bad.
I took an allergy pill, but it was a generic brand. It was Equate. So I'm not really sure which one it was. I know it wasn't a Benadryl. And I think it's kind of got me wound up. I'm not sure. But my nose isn't stopped up, so I'm good. But
God.
It is. Anyway, the conspiracy is about Donald Trump. And it's the conspiracy that and I told mom when she starts telling me about it, I said, Mom, I'm the wrong person to talk to. I said, if you want somebody that's going to back up your conspiracy or give you, something like that, you need to talk to Paul. He's into them. I make fun of them.
Right.
So it was it's the conspiracy that even though Joe Biden is the president, Trump is still the commander in chief and he is running the military.
So the conspiracy is that Joe Biden was elected.
Well, Joe Biden is acting as president because they stole the election, but Trump's still in charge, basically.
And that's okay with the Democrats? Or like, is the military just not listening to him? They're only listening to Trump? Like,
they don't have a choice because they're all under investigation. My Pella guy, you remember my Pella guy's like, if you've seen the stuff I've seen, you would understand what's going on. Tell us what you see.
yeah.
Tell us what you see, my Pella. Or
Right.
stick to making pillows. I've got a my Pella. I enjoy it. If you want to sponsor the show, come on. I mean,
Yeah.
they sponsor a lot of podcasts. I'm saying
They do.
them and Bud Light both. We'll take both of your monies.
Yeah, no problem here.
Now I'll sit here and hold my Bud Light while I put my head on my Pella. But I mean, I'm not, whatever. But either tell us what you know or stick to making pillows. So anyway, that's a conspiracy that Trump's still in charge, even though he's not officially.
Do you buy it?
I think it's hilarious.
Do you buy it in any sort of fashion?
Okay, so you remember I was pretty mad there for a while. You remember that when I was, I got in too deep, and that's why we started making fun of conspiracies.
Yes.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's just people that, and there's a movie about it on Rumble. And I think it's just people like wanting to hear their ideas and try to, I think it's wishful thinking kind of thing.
Yeah.
I believe that Footloose is a prequel to Tremors more than I believe Trump's still in charge right now.
Yeah. Look, I was thinking about this the other day. So Native Americans used to have, like, in their political system that they had set up, they had a white party and a red party. Okay. So, kind of similar to us. There were two parties. During times of peace, the white party had to be in charge. There was no questions asked. You couldn't say nothing. They made the rules during peacetime. During war times, the red party had to be in charge. There could be no questions. There could be no concerns. Nobody said anything. The red party was in charge. Is there some good ideas to that? Where it's like, when it comes to war decisions, these types of people need to be making the decisions. When it comes to peace decisions, these types of people need to be making these decisions. Not the same type of person for the same types of decisions, you see?
I don't know. I've heard it before, and I haven't really thought about it enough to have an opinion.
Yeah.
I had to think about it and get back with you on that one.
Just an idea. I
mean, it sounds good.
Yeah.
What keeps that red party, the war party, what keeps them in check from starting wars?
Right.
So they can stay in power.
Right.
And you end up like right now.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it worked probably for the Native Americans on a small scale, but try enlarging it, and with a bunch of corruption and money, it probably get out of control, I'm sure. But yeah, do you got a meme for me, dude?
I do have a meme for you. I think you're gonna like this meme, and you only have one thing to put up right there this week.
Okay. All right. One thing. All I got's the meme.
And
boom. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Get out of here. Get out of here. It's Jake Paul and Mike Tyson facing off. And it's the meme is depicting Jake Paul's earring that he wears as a fishing lure. And Mike Tyson going after it because, in case you weren't around in the mid-90s, Mike Tyson has bit an ear.
Do you think Mike Tyson and barbecue get along?
I think they could. get along.
I mean, Tyson, he prefers his humans raw.
Yeah. Yeah. Does barbecue cook his?
I think I think the video is like a leg on a spit.
Gosh. Dude, my brother-in-law texted me after listening to that episode, and he had something really funny to say. I just got to shout him out. Shout out Andy. He said barbecue's slogan should be "The secret's in the sauce."
The secret's in the sauce. Oh man. Who we got a shout out this week?
Let's see. I think it's just our regular Eating Chambers channel. Shout out to Chef Drew and the Eating Chambers channel on YouTube. Go check him out. He's putting out all kinds of cool new content. Every week he's got something new out. He's got food reviews. He's got entrepreneurial advice. You name it. Go check out the channel. It's really, really cool.
Yep. And I got a little thing going on this weekend.
What you got, man?
So we got rained out from practice, but the race car is ready, so we don't have anything to do. So naturally, since I didn't have anything to do, I can't just idle.
Right.
So I planned an
What are you
event.
gonna do?
I planned an event.
What are you doing?
Saturday. What's the Saturday's date? The 23rd?
Yes.
Saturday, March 23rd at Kudzu International Speedway. Behind Dad's house, we were getting some RC car people together, and we were going to make some laps on the track.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. How many people are showing up right now?
I think about 7 or 8 right now, which is enough.
Plenty.
So if you're listening to this and you're within 20, 40 miles of Griffin and want to drive down, just hit me up and I'll give you the address, and you can come drive your RC car with us. It's dirt oval. I call it, so I went down a rabbit hole with it. It went from, I called one of my friends like, hey man, you want to come over and race this weekend, to making a Facebook group, making a post about it, and naming the racetrack.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, when I'm not like, we didn't have anything to do. So Saturday night, I'm just like, what? I went down that rabbit hole of, okay, I want to keep it a simple, keep it simple. Okay, keep it simple. So we call it KIS, right?
Mm-hmm.
Keep it simple. But that wouldn't be a good name for a racetrack, but it's in a kudzu patch.
Boom.
Kudzu International Speedway.
It's perfect.
So, yeah, no lap timers, just a fun run. It's the way we used to RC race before technology got involved.
Sure.
So
before people started taking it too serious.
Well, I'm sure there'll be some trash talking. I mean, you can't get people that race stuff together without having a little bit of trash talk.
Nope.
So,
nope, that's impossible.
Come on out. Come see us.
That'd be fun, man.
Next week.
All right. Thanks a lot, Night Shifters. We appreciate you listening.